All right, seventh grade. This is my second and last video for this week. So this video is just talking about your second assignment that you have to do over asexual reproduction, and that is the analysis section over the content that was read to you. And you are also given the same document in case you need to go back and read it yourself. So you should have completed the grid one where you have the type of asexual reproduction. You talk about who or what does it, what is the process, and include a picture of it. And you should be doing this assignment after that one. So for this assignment, it says go back and read the text if needed and answer the questions down below. Please type in the box provided for each question. So for this one, there are 7 questions that you need to do, so it shouldn't take you too long. You could probably get it done in a day. So here's your reading again. I'm not going to read it. You are given it on Classroom if you need to go back. I am going to go over the questions and maybe make any clarifying points if we need to. So your first question is, why is reproduction essential to living things? So what would happen if we didn't have reproduction? Number 2, you have read about several organisms that reproduce asexually. Name several things that they all have in common. So based on those things doing asexual reproduction, like what are some traits that all of them share because they do it because they reproduce asexually? Name some advantages of asexual reproduction. Name some disadvantages of asexual reproduction. Try to have at least 2 of each. And if you really can't think of another one, I know there's several listed for advantages. If you really can't think of any more for disadvantages, that's okay. Number 5, several examples of asexual reproduction can be seen in everyday life without being a biologist or having a microscope. Which types of asexual reproduction could be seen in a kitchen? In a garden? Walk in the woods? State which types of reproduction can be observed in everyday real life and explain your answer. So 2 examples minimum. So I will give you an example, and I do not want you to use the same example. I have potatoes down in my kitchen, and remember, potatoes show, I think it's, let's go double check, I think it's tubers. Yep. Potatoes show tubers, so that's a form of asexual reproduction because I know they have eyes growing on them right now. So that would be an example in my kitchen. So think of things that you see just in everyday life that would be examples of asexual reproduction. Number 6 is a 2-part question. So it says, in one part of a coral's life cycle, new polyps are formed from parent polyps to form new colonies. Sometimes a new colony can be formed when a storm or boat breaks up a large piece of coral. In each of these situations, the new colonies are genetically identical to the original colonies. Is this asexual reproduction or sexual reproduction? What is your evidence for your answer? So if you look in here, you can decide right away what kind of reproduction it is just based on what they said in this top part here. And then what type of asexual reproduction could these situations be considered? And I know in the reading they do specifically talk about coral at one point, so you do need to go back and look at that. But please just make sure you type in the text box. You don't need to make it any specific color. Please just type in here and then turn it in on Classroom when you are done. All right, if you have any questions, please let me know. Otherwise, we'll talk about it in our Google Hangout session. All right, see you guys.